and welcome back to another episode of This Square Room, your new favorite podcast. My name is Jonel, and I'm here with my wonderful co-hosts Hugh-Gene and Deswayne. Desi D, how you doing?
Desi D 18 is doing great.
You really had to, you had to throw in the 18.
I did. You said Desi D, and it made me feel really good, so I threw the 18.
But you're like, that's not my full username.
Yeah, you got to use the whole thing.
What a loser.
Oh, that's not nice.
18.
Hubie Doobie.
18.
How are you?
I am dandy, Frandy Landy. That's how I'm doing. Just dandy Frandy.
How's it been working in the 34 feeling degree weather?
Just wet.
Because of sweat or?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
I got that drippy.
Joe, how are you? Because I'm done with that one.
Yeah, I'm
Call me a salt lick.
Ooh.
Is sweat supposed to be that salty?
Lick my leg, it is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so for all of our U.S. listeners, which is the majority of them, it's about 94 Fahrenheit, the feeling.
They have a heat wave too.
I know, but I said 34.
We have a heat wave?
Apparently.
Oh, I haven't been going outside during the day.
No, I think that was last week or a week and a half ago. They issued a heat warning.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't go out during the day.
That's okay.
It's probably
I have no choice.
for the best. It's hot.
I wish.
But it's nice.
No, it's not.
I take summer over winter anytime. I
Never.
prefer to sweat than to shiver. I don't like being cold.
Even in the winter, I sweat.
Yep.
I can't win. I like mid fall, early fall, mid fall.
Oh,
That's
the
perfect.
breeze. Oh, God.
It's perfect weather. Early spring, early mid spring.
Fall fucks you up though because the weather is cool in the morning and by noon you're sweating because you put on a light sweater and then you're sweating buckets because it gets hot.
I still prefer fall. Fall's great. Not late fall. About early mid fall.
No, because late fall is just really cold.
Perfect.
How are you? Did you answer?
I don't know, but I'm disturbed, I think is what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's why I ended the conversation before.
Yeah, that's why I'm disturbed.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
That's okay. We're all just a little bit disturbed.
What's been going on in your world, Hugh?
I saw a man that looked like Ric Flair.
Did you kiss him?
I didn't kiss him. I couldn't.
Why would he kiss him?
Did you hug him?
Don't worry about it.
What?
I would kiss Lil Wayne if I saw Lil Wayne.
He said he... Wait, so who's Ric Flair? Is that wrestler guy?
Ric Flair is a wrestler that goes, woo! He does that. I saw the guy. I called him Ric Blair because he didn't look like... He was like a fat version of Ric He was like a fat Ric Flair. He was like his ugly cousin.
Oh, don't call him ugly.
I already did. And I went woo! And then he went, woo! And I was like, ah.
Did you get his autograph?
Hell no.
She got a selfie with him.
It's me, Ric Blair.
Nobody gets autographs anymore.
I wouldn't even hit one of me woo.
yeah.
Ugh. That would be Ric Blair sound.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you talk to him at all? You just went woo?
I don't care.
So you'd rather talk to the homeless guy in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that story. Good memory.
I had no choice. Okay.
Those are your people.
He could have jumped right in if he really wanted to. My top was down.
Yeah. What would you do if a homeless person just jumped into the passenger seat of
I
your
would
car?
take out my keys, open the door, and pull him out and drive away.
I would just sit there and be scared.
I would pull him out. I'm not waiting.
I'm really afraid of homeless people.
Why?
Because they're homeless.
No.
They have nothing to lose. They already lost.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're so unpredictable. It's like, do you have any spare change? No, sorry. What do you mean?
No, that's how they are in Saskatchewan.
I get so scared.
In Saskatchewan, they're aggressive. They're known. I think in Saskatchewan is I know Saskatchewan's known for having aggressive.
That's
homeless
so
people that are
terrifying.
That's what I've heard.
I feel like most of them, they're just down on their luck. And, I try to give change when I can. But I'm also, in the back of my head, are you scamming me?
Yeah.
You know? Because there's that big scandal years ago with, the woman. And she was, hunched over and walking with, a walker.
The shaky lady.
She's, disabled. And then, the news people followed her. And, she literally took off her outfit, was standing up straight, hopped into a car, and then he drove her to this bougie ass home. She was living
pretty much a
large
mansion
off of pretending to be homeless and just donations and stuff.
She gotta do what she gotta do.
Because it was not just pretending to be homeless; it was pretending to be homeless and disabled. So she was really a woman, so she's getting a lot of money.
She got that triple hitter.
Yeah, so it was
woman, I'm homeless.
she should have just had a dog or a child with her too.
Panhandling, like people, it's a whole business.
Mm-hmm.
There was a girl, I don't remember. I think she was like 21. This is a couple years ago, and she even said like she didn't have money to pay for school, and this is what she would do, and this is what paid for her to get through school. And I'm like,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Why am I working?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, what do you mean? Like she did something?
Like through college. I don't remember what course, like what she took in college, but it helped pay through.
No, but like how was she panhandling?
Like just standing at the corner, just.
Oh really?
Spare
you know
change.
what? I have a lot of respect for people who like.
I don't have the heart
will
for
go
that.
out and like play an instrument or sing or paint or do some sort of talent for money. Those people I always try to give to because I'm like, you're hustling. You're not trying to play anyone by pretending that you're like homeless or down on your luck, but you're like, hey, I need extra money. Like
I'm playing that sax.
You almost did the McDonald's theme song I feel like that's his default to like hum. But like he saved it because I think he realized. All right. Anyways, so for the last couple weeks, I've been going down a really dark rabbit hole.
Oh boy.
I'm torn because, you know, as a woman in society, are you laughing because you know what I'm going to say and I said I'm torn?
Yeah.
No, you'll get torn.
Yeah, no pun intended, but like I've been going down a rabbit hole of like childbirth and the after effects possibility or like I can't even talk. I'm so flustered. The possibility of some of the after effects and it's really scary. So obviously I already knew you know, like there's certain things that you can get while you're pregnant. You can get high blood pressure, you can get gestational diabetes, you can get like preeclampsia. I know that you can like tear your little perineum area.
The taint.
Yeah,
the looking spot.
Oh, yeah. You want to lick that after it's been ripped open?
I just want that one hole. I want that vaginus.
It was a silence. I'm like,
what am I supposed to say to that?
I didn't know what to say either.
You don't need to say anything. You just gotta think about it.
And the thing is, his face, he was so content with what he had just said.
Everything.
But no, I don't know if you guys saw the video of, it's like, I think it was a TikTok, but I actually saw it on Instagram. But it was a woman. She has like a couple young kids, but she's still pretty young. I would say like late 20s, early 30s. She has no teeth. And like the TikTok is basically like her, you know, no makeup, no teeth in, and then like transition. And she's like all glam. She puts her teeth in, whatever. But it turns out she actually lost all of her teeth from childbirth. And I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. And obviously going down this rabbit hole, I'm finding out you could lose like one or two. You could lose them all. You could lose your eyesight, whether it's temporary
or permanent.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Babies are supposed to be like, oh, a miracle, a gift from God. I'm like, God didn't want this.
They're a miracle, man.
He did if it happened.
God wanted me to be toothless and blind.
Yeah, you gotta sacrifice a life for a life.
A lot of
that does make sense.
A lot of mothers will somewhat say that they give up their life.
Yeah, you gave up the teeth.
Teeth. Light to the world. I'm gonna take the light to the world, which is children.
Yeah, but you're a man. Of course, you're gonna be like, all I gotta do is have sex, have a great time, and then boom.
Yeah, but if I was like, if I had to lose some teeth to bring a child to the world, I'd be like, take my teeth. I don't need dentures.
You better get this child. Get him out of here.
It's just teeth.
Just
put some dentures in. It's less work. And you think about it. If you think about it in the long run, you don't have to brush your teeth as often. You just take them out and you just.
The reason why I say no
give them gummies.
I don't like the fact that now I have to put in teeth that aren't mine to be me. I don't like that.
No.
Because even like, I know which video you're talking about.
You know when you don't have teeth in, like, you look older.
Yeah,
like,
and then she put them in and she looked great.
Yeah, but now it's like, you have no teeth. You're no longer looking nice.
Yeah, but the guy that she's with
because you had a child.
You don't talk the same either.
Once you put them teeth in, you talk normal.
Right, but you don't have them in 24/7.
Yeah, it's fine.
Imagine you go to bed and like you roll over.
You gotta take it out, and
I get used to it because I know I'm gonna get them gummies. So
let me ask you:
I'm gonna get them gum
if
jobs.
Your wife has a full set, all of her teeth, and then like maybe within the first like 6-8 months after having a baby, she loses them all. Like that doesn't affect how you. What is that? Is that a you don't care or you do care?
I'd be like,
Eugene!
I'm being
That's
honest.
The truth. That's
I'm
the
gonna
truth.
be like, and then I'll get used to it. And then she puts the teeth in. I'm like, okay, cool, but I don't need the teeth in all the time.
First of all, it's not about what you need. It's not about you.
Yeah, but you asked me, so I'm talking about me.
Right.
What I want.
Asking.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, cool, because I know I'm gonna get. Because the best blowjob is a gum job. That's what I'm saying. Gummies.
Right. So again, you're making it about you.
Of course. So I know I'm gonna get. I had to think. Lol, you lost your teeth. Now I get better blowjobs. Woo!
So now let me ask both of you guys: what if the scenario was like, you know, you meet a woman and her teeth are gone and it's because of childbirth, but like she's single, she's looking, you know, like is that a turn
that
off?
I'll be okay with. I'll rather be okay with that one than the first one. The first one only because I don't know how to deal with people and their insecurities, because to me everything is just kind of like whatever, like get over it. So if my girlfriend, my wife is pregnant, after 6 months she loses her teeth, the insecurities and things that she's going through, I don't know if I will be able to handle that. I'll try in the beginning, babe, don't worry, you know this, you know that. However, it's her teeth, it's her life. She's going to look in herself every day in the mirror and be like...
But a new woman, like...
to me, she would have already gone through that phase.
No, because there's still always that, like, moment where you tell a new partner, hey, like... And you take them out.
Just that moment, though.
This is the real me. You think I'm so beautiful?
Exactly. Do you still think I'm beautiful? And then we can, yes or no. Like, yeah, like, don't worry, whatever. However, when it's somebody that you live with and you're going through it with them, it's so much harder to be understanding in every way. Like, I would not want to date someone where anytime we step outside the house, they feel like they have to put on makeup.
Yeah, I get that.
Because to me, I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, if she's like, oh my God, you know, I need new dentures because this, I'm like, no, don't worry about it. Like, let's go. No, don't tell me, don't worry.
No, get the new dentures. You need them.
You're
gonna need them eventually. You're gonna have to get new dentures.
No, eventually. However, but if she's gonna tell me she's not leaving the house and not doing this anymore because of, you know, how she feels, that kind of stuff, like, I can deal with it for so long until I'm like, okay, like.
But I feel like if you truly, like, love someone, you would want to support them, especially knowing that they went through this change, especially if it's your child that they carry
100%
that caused that.
Yeah,
if your devil seed,
if she's gonna be able to not get over it, but if she's gonna be able to not drag me down with her sorrows, fine. But yes, you did lose your teeth. Yes, it sucks.
Very dramatic.
Because that's what I was picturing. Slowly, just every day, it's something new about these teeth. Like,
But I feel like most of the time you're gonna have the teeth in if you want to eat food.
It's not even about the eat food. It's
also just an adjustment. You have to be understanding.
It is. I will be understanding, but at a certain point, she has to understand that, okay, he's being understanding.
I do
My
agree.
husband doesn't
you can't
care.
project your insecurities
on
onto
other people.
But if it's a thing within herself,
she's gonna have to figure it out.
But the examples that you gave me, they seem like they're like with her, like if she's like, oh, I want to put on makeup, or I gotta put in my teeth before I leave the house, that's not her projecting it onto you. That's her insecurities projected onto herself
100%.
that you have a problem with. So I don't think that part is
yeah
fair.
But if I'm like, we're just going, you know, here, oh well, I'm not leaving until we do this. Okay,
Where's here?
Like, to the store real quick, like whatever the case is.
Oh, okay, put your dentures on.
No, if she's saying she doesn't have them, that's why I brought up the example,
Okay,
like something happened.
Just don't open your mouth.
Exactly, but now she doesn't want to go just on the road unless she looks a certain way.
Makeup, I understand.
Now that's going to bother me. Even makeup, I don't understand. That's why I can't date anybody who depends on makeup like that.
Yeah,
because to me, it's like, oh, let's just go to Wendy's to go grab something quick. Okay, give me a couple minutes. Minutes turn into half an hour. You just put on a whole face. For what? We're just going to Wendy's. And that's just me and what I like. So if we can't do those things no longer, it is gonna bother me.
I can deal with toothless.
Like if she can deal with, if I can deal with it, you know, I'm not saying she should have to. It's her face, it's her life. But I can deal with that kind of attitude for so long.
Yeah, I can deal with toothless.
Until it becomes now draining.
Speaking of draining, one of the things that I heard can happen with like one of these crazy side effects is actually bleeding from the nipples. Don't laugh.
Give me that cherry juice.
Yeah, it's like I think that's associated with high blood pressure, which again is caused by the pregnancy. But yeah, can bleed from the nipples. One person in this like forum was talking about experiencing blood from the nipples, and at the same time her vagina was like discolored. It was like blue. And it was like that for like 2 weeks prior to giving birth. So it's not even like, oh, you can say it was like, you know, the trauma from giving birth and then it healed.
Well, I guess bloody nipples is preventable. Just have a healthier lifestyle so you don't have high blood pressure. So that's preventable.
No, but sometimes like even you can get diabetes. It's called gestational diabetes, and it's only while you're pregnant.
Does diabetes cause high blood pressure?
I don't think it causes it. They can go hand in hand, but it's not. I don't believe it causes it. But no, like there's a lot of things that happen just because you're now carrying another person. What are you doing with your face?
Thinking.
Oh.
Just like.
Okay.
I was going through my head, just thinking.
Okay. I was like, did I say something? Like, you made the weirdest face. But yeah, it's just like ridiculous. And of course, there's all the vagina tears where like I know that they can like snip you.
That's what girls mean when they tear that pussy up.
Oh, sweet.
Don't guys
baby
say that?
Jesus.
Some girls say that too. Tear that pussy up, baby.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And that's what they mean.
But yeah, you can actually like not just tear your perineal area, you can tear your vulva, you can tear like right by your urethra, which is the hole that women pee out of. You can also tear by your clitoris. Oh my god.
Why?
There's so many nerve endings there. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Why did you just nibble her pee hole?
What? Is that what he did? I didn't even notice.
When you said where women pee out of, he's like, what?
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm happy. Hugh-Gene, what the hell?
I'm gonna piss on you.
Oh, boy.
Drip, drip, drip.
Yeah. You know what? When you did say bleeding nipples, though, I was like, huh. I feel like they should have put that in Twilight. That would have been pretty cool.
I didn't. Oh, what is wrong with
Renesmee.
you? Just stop it.
Which one's Renesmee?
The baby.
Bella's
Oh,
baby.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That like
She's
killed
half
her.
vampire, half human. Yeah.
But
Oh, that would make sense. You feed the baby blood instead of milk. Makes a lot of sense.
well, because Bella actually died, so she wouldn't have blood.
Didn't she come back to life?
Yeah, as a vampire.
Oh, right. She doesn't have blood running through her anymore.
Stupid.
Because they had to pump,
they have blood.
No, they had to pump blood through her while she was in labor because she was transforming into a vampire, and they lose.
Vampires
blood.
are dead.
Yeah,
they don't have blood. Their heart doesn't pump
Yeah.
blood through their body.
But how come when they cut their arm and then they like drink my blood and then they become a...
Because they technically have blood in them, but it's not flowing. It's like they're dead. They're just blood sacs of like old rotting blood. You can't give a baby old rotting blood.
It's a vampire baby, so it's good.
Half.
It's still best some.
Okay, we're not talking about this like crazy Twilight scenario. What I was gonna say is I never heard about the bleeding nipples, but I heard or like blood coming out of the nipples, but I have heard that like women who are trying to breastfeed, it can be really painful, and like the nipples can get chafed and cracked, and like
that's how now you know what men feel like when we go for a run. The chafing nips.
yeah, it's not the same.
Trust me.
It's not just the chafing. You have imagine that, and then a human being is sucking.
Trust me, I know. When I go for a run or ride my bike, sometimes my nipples just been hurting.
My mom told me that she stopped breastfeeding me when I bit her.
Yeah, you just been fucking. You got them nibblers on you.
She said that I like bit down a little bit, and I looked her in the face, and I started to smile and laugh, and she's like, "Don't do that again."
And you did it again.
And I bit down hard, and she was like, "No." Because I thought it was funny, and even now I kind of find it a little bit funny.
Karma's gonna get you.
Don't say that. I just
rips
told
it
you,
off.
Yeah, you did this to your grandma. I'm gonna do this to you, bitch.
No.
Spits it out.
What type of monster do you think I'm gonna give birth to? Jesus.
Oh, hey, having bleeding nips and all that.
No, and she said I cried for days because she wouldn't
Yeah.
thing and yeah.
Nourish me, mother.
Ew.
Nourish me.
Yeah, so that's my origin story. Apparently, I'm some freak of nature, according to these two. But
I didn't say the words.
yeah, so shut up. Yeah, so I've just been low-key traumatized and dealing with that and trying to figure out like if I do. I mean, in the future, I would like kids, but it's just like I don't want to go through all that.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't want to go through that either.
Even just the idea of regular childbirth, like women are like, oh, I was in labor for 18 hours. Oh, I pushed naturally. I actually asked a doctor, this is like years ago, but like I asked a doctor if it was like, if you could just be like knocked out. Mm-hmm. Cause I was like, I'd give birth if I could just be asleep.
How you gonna push?
Like C-section.
No.
Right? Because like you're actually awake for C-section. They just give you the numbing thing and they put up the curtain. But I'm like, could I just be asleep? And the doctor's like, no, that's not safe for you or the baby. And I was like, well, fuck that little kid. I don't want to.
Don't get pregnant, buddy.
My friend's mom, she randomly, like, it was one day, a friend and I went to our other friend's house, so there's 3 friends now, and we're at her house, and we're waiting for her to, like, get ready to go out. So her mom sits us down, and I don't know if she thought we were gonna go, like, hoe on the streets, but she decided to tell us a story. I don't know, like, 19.
Yeah, you guys are hoe now.
But she was, like, telling us this story. What? You want some water? Yes, you could. She was telling us a story about... Don't drink my water.
Yeah, and make that face.
Yeah.
No, I
it wasn't my water.
I just forgot it tastes like a plant.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, okay, so now I have to explain because you're saying it
There's
out loud.
chlorophyll in the water.
Yeah, I'm drinking water with chlorophyll in it. Chlorophyll, aka from plants. So it tastes like water with just like a slight hint of dirt in it. That's what it tastes like.
I drink the earth.
So it's like you're asking me to drink some of my water. You know what it tastes like. I gave you some
No, that's
earlier.
what he said. He forgot.
Yeah.
I drank the trees.
No, but so her mom was like telling us about giving birth to her youngest, and she had a C-section, and she was like, although they numb you, she said she could literally feel
them going inside.
Them rip the baby out of her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I just said, hi, how are you?
She's like, so don't let guys busting you, little hoe.
No, but it like traumatized us, and I'm pretty sure that's what she wanted to do.
100%.
Like, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to get pregnant, little whores. That's what she was saying. Subliminally.
No.
Yeah, if I was a woman, even the fact that you guys are jumping mindset all the way to birth giving, the time I'm pregnant, no, man, I don't want my feet swollen. I don't want to feel all this pain. I don't want to know that there's
Morning
a human
sickness.
inside me moving. I want to eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it. I want to drink because I want to drink.
You ever see like a really pregnant person and you see like a footprint just come out of her
Yeah,
stomach like
yeah.
a
That's
fucking
cool.
alien?
No.
Yeah, cool. So then you
No.
have it inside of you.
I can't. God
Give
didn't make
birth
me
out of
this
your
way. Sorry.
Poop shoot.
I'm sorry. Blame
I
God, not
would
me.
not. I would not.
I would have a kid.
If there was technology, you would do it.
I don't know. Why would I do that to myself? I'm not stupid.
He just said I would do it.
I know. I said it's not my fault. I wasn't made that way.
Yeah, but she said if there was technology that
Hell
could.
no.
He
Why?
just said I would do it if there's technology. Would you? Fuck
No.
no.
No, I wouldn't. Why?
Make up your fucking mind, dude.
I said I would have done it.
You would do it if
You
you're a
literally
woman.
just
You
said
mean?
it.
If I was a woman, yes. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I meant. Yeah,
If
if I was
he's
a
a
woman.
Well, you're not.
Yeah, sorry.
He didn't say that if I was
No,
a
he
woman.
didn't say
No,
that, but
I
that's
said,
what.
I would do
yeah.
it if I was a chick, but no, if there's technology to make it, why would I do that to myself?
If there was technology to make me feel the pain,
No, there is.
I would not just feel it. Like take it away from you, Joe, and I will take the pain. You still have the child.
Nah.
I would do that.
Nah.
Did you hear? There's like a meme that was like that. It was like a doctor was like, "Oh, we have technology that takes the mother takes the pain from the mother and puts it to the father. Would you like that?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So he like whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I don't even feel anything."
And then boom.
No. And he's like, "Turn it up, doc. Like I can take a little more of her pain." And like she's getting more and more relieved. And the guy's like, "I don't feel anything. Like, this is light. Turn it up, doc." And he's like, "I really don't feel anything." And he gets a call from his friend, and his friend is like, "Yo, I'm in so much
Oh
pain."
my God!
He's
no
like,
way.
"I don't know what's happening." Yeah, that
I would
was
lose
the joke.
it. I
He
would
wasn't
lose it.
actually the
Yeah,
father.
yeah. That's crazy. But I would definitely take the pain.
His friend was the dad. Yeah, you
The
just got it. Hugh.
No, I got it.
The physicality of like the belly and all that, no. But the pain, yeah, I'll take
Here's
it.
the thing. I thought about this. I think I could handle the symptoms. I could deal with the morning sickness. I already have fucking back pain. The black, I can deal with like the peeing all the time. I don't have morning sickness just because I have back pain. I'm already
halfway there.
Halfway to giving birth.
Halfway there, man. Halfway there.
No, you know what I mean. Like I don't want to deal with it, but I think I could. But it's the act
It's
of
the
giving
pain.
birth and the recovery thereafter. Like I don't
It's
know.
a price for life.
I don't know.
That's the truth.
If any of my wonderful friends want to be my surrogate, I'll pay you real good. I think it's illegal to pay a surrogate. I don't know if that's just in the States or if that's in Canada too, but you can't like actually pay them. Instead, you got to like pay for their expenses. You pay for their like groceries and their medical bills and their living expenses, but you can't be like, here's a check for carrying my baby.
Yeah, I think people do that like under the table.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'll give you. You
You
just
think
call
you're
it a
only gonna
gift.
pay for me living?
No, you call it a gift. So it's like
Yeah,
I gift you this because you
yeah.
gifted me, you know,
Life.
Gifted me a
carrying
child.
carrying my baby.
I was too much of a coward to go through the pain.
Yeah.
Here's $20,000.
Oh no, I feel
I
like
want
it's
more
worth
than
more.
that. Yeah,
If I'm gonna be someone's surrogate,
I don't want more than that.
Yeah, I guess no surrogate then. That's all you're getting, man. You're getting a good old 20.
Because we're talking about children, I guess. Back when I was a child. Who's that? Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't like that song.
But that's not the right song. Isn't that "Dance with My Father"?
Yeah, I didn't have a father to dance with.
Oh
That's
my
why I
gosh,
said I don't
Des!
like that song.
I totally meant to text you
It's
yesterday.
okay. I don't care.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Dancing with my father.
Shut up, you.
Did you do anything with your dad for Father's Day?
Nah.
I
Wow.
don't like Father's
You
Day.
see, when you have something, you take it for
Take
granted.
it 100%.
Yeah. That's all right, Des.
I even
struggle. What did you and your son do anything?
My mom had a Father's Day dinner for everybody.
That's
And I
nice.
was like, ugh. Yeah.
It's like I'm used to you being a father, but it's also like it's also like weird when I think about it.
Yeah. However, I want you to see Kaden now.
I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Kaden in years.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid because I know he's gonna be
Terrified.
just like you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a mini me, and I don't like that. I think the world has enough of you. I just hope he only gets the good of you and not the bad.
He's quieter than I am, but he's so funny.
But were you quiet back then?
No.
You were.
I was only quiet when my mom was around because I didn't want to get beat.
Yeah, I can see him being quieter than you.
Yeah, but he's so funny in a rude way. It's hilarious. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was a kid,
Kaden also used to always snake me when he was a baby.
he'll still do the same.
Because
thing.
like we would be there and like playing and having fun, and then you walk into the room and he acts like he wants nothing to do with me because you're around, and I was like, oh damn. And like when like a 2-year-old does that to you, you're like, oh shit, okay, my heart.
He'll be laughing in the living room, and I'll go upstairs and I'll stare at him, and he'll stop laughing. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? He's like, nothing. I'm like, good.
Yeah, he'll be like 100% playing with me, having a good time. I remember one time he came and he like was carrying a blanket and he like threw it on me and he laughed, and I threw it back on him and he laughed, and we went back and forth. And then like you walk in and he literally acted. I think he probably gave me a dirty look.
Probably.
Who's this bitch?
Yeah, I was like,
Dad, she
wow.
threw this at me.
You gonna do something about it? You gonna punch her or what?
This woman abused me.
But yeah, when I was a kid, I just remember my stepdad like always making me feel belittled. Does that sentence make sense? Okay. And he didn't necessarily say it because Jamaicans in particular don't like to really say what they mean.
Yeah,
and when they do, they have no heart when they say it. So
they just don't say it in general.
yeah,
either
well, it's either
parse.
they go around what they're trying to say,
Yeah.
and if they do say exactly,
It's rude
it's
as hell.
disrespectful.
Yeah, it's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I just remember him kind of like making me feel like I'm not manly enough. And I came across this article with, ironically, the same topic. How do I make my 14-year-old son more manly? So someone replied by saying, be one yourself. This type of question triggers me mainly because my dad's focus was the same thing, but yet he never taught me anything because he never taught how to be more manly. So he expected me to be it, yet what child can learn without a template? What apprentice can learn without a teacher? He said, become more secure in yourself. You talk to your son, you talk to your wife, you talk to your friends, you talk to your family, you talk to your neighbors, co-workers, whoever you speak to under the sun, the same way you would want your son to speak, that is how you should speak. And I promise you, you don't have to say a single word to your son. He will see how you are and successfully mirror you, because he'll want to receive the blessings that are received down this path. Otherwise, tell him the truth. You're learning how to do it yourself, and you guys can figure it out together. And I thought that was actually perfectly said.
Me too. I love that. And can I say, I love that they didn't have to use like, oh, teach him not to cry, or like all those typical
build a house.
Yeah, like use tools, go hunting, like all of that shit. I like it was just like, hey, if you want, your kid to be a certain way, lead by example.
Exactly. And it also, like, recently I had a sex talk with my son. He's 12.
This is the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time we're talking about sex and
talk.
drugs.
Wow.
And the drug talk was a little bit of a relief, because I've been telling like a couple of my friends lately, like, I do want to tell him like I smoke weed. However, I don't want to tell him too early where he thinks like, haha, yes, yes. And I don't want to tell him too late where it's too late. Mm-hmm. So his mom told me she had the sex talk with him because we decided we're going to do it separately, so he doesn't feel like we ganged up on him. So she had the sex talk first. She said that went okay. He was just, he's a weird boy. So after she had the talk, he like ran to his room and like almost traumatized.
What did she say?
I didn't ask her what she said, but I trust her. yeah. I don't need to know what you said. I don't want to know either. I'm gonna feel weird and run to my room. Stop. Yeah. So I called him into the garage one day, and we're sitting out there talking, and the sex talk itself was mainly about harassment, because I don't think people take harassment to the extent that it should be taken, in the sense that everyone kind of like laughs about it, like, oh, everyone does it, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and that's the age when it starts.
Yeah, as soon as someone feels uncomfortable, it is a problem. Even if they're telling you it's okay, that doesn't make it okay, simply because now you're going to go do it to somebody else who it's not okay with. And that's kind of what I was talking to him about, because I told him, like, I remember that age. Girls would be passing, I'm going to slap her butt. Why? Because I'm Deswayne. She's not going to be mad. But at the end of the day, it is harassment. That doesn't make it okay. I told him he's going to go to parties. There's going to be girls there, and whatever the case is, if you feel like, she's moving too fast and you feel uncomfortable with the situation, like if she's trying to put her hand down your pants, like,
wow, you
don't
went
do
there
it
with the
all
talk.
the way. Because
Wow.
I told him, I was like, the first time like I started having sex, I was around 11, 12, and he looked at me like he was looking down, and he side-eyed me.
You
and I'm
told
like,
him that?
Yeah, and I'm like, don't judge me.
I think that's too much.
No, I don't think it's too much.
No, because it's too much for me and Hugh right now.
I'm just being extra. I just find it more.
The reason why I tell him about me is because now he's like a vivid picture. Like,
yeah,
my dad did it. He did it at this age, told me not to do it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So even when he was in grade 5,
that's just crazy.
I was like, oh, you're in grade 5. Like, we're talking. I'm like, oh, yeah. I got suspended when I was in grade 5. And he looked at me like, for what? I was like, yeah, I grabbed this girl's butt and she started crying. And he's like, you harassed her. I'm like, Caden, I was in grade 5. How am I supposed to know that's harassment? He's like, I'm in grade 5. I know it's harassment. I was like,
damn right.
Fair enough. So like, he has sense. And the drug talk, we just
clearly more than you.
We talked about different drugs, because him and his mom talked about drugs and what they do and whatever.
What specifically did you guys talk about?
Me and him, specifically weed. Because I don't know shit about nothing else.
You said different types. So I thought you did more than one.
No, I was just like, that, there are a lot of different types of drugs and what they do. I already knew him and his mom had that conversation. They went over coke, heroin, mushrooms,
coke's popular in that area.
Meth, all of that kind of stuff. They went over that stuff. I have no idea about drugs, so.
Coke's popular in that
very,
area?
very.
But like amongst 12-year-olds?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
When I was in grade 7, there's this white kid that came to our school. And that's the first time I even knew kids smoke cigarettes. I thought that was just a thing.
7th grade.
I didn't know that. Yeah. So he was just smoking cigarettes, and he's like, oh, you guys want to do some lines? And we're like, what are you talking about?
You're like writing lines?
No, yeah, coke's really popular in that area. It got even more popular when I was like leaving. It got even more and more popular.
That's just like, I never knew, like, even like cigarettes. Like, I didn't know anyone my age who smoked cigarettes until I went to high school, and then we had like the smokers corner, and I was like, oh, they're so bad. They smoke cigarettes.
They're the bad kids.
But then once I actually made friends with some people who were part of smokers corner, they're like,
normal.
like people smoke cigarettes, but like we do MDMA and coke and all this shit.
Yeah,
and I was like,
my best friend,
what the fuck?
One of my best friends in the group, he was smoking cigarettes and weed at like grade 6. I could have been smoking weed and cigarettes at like 6th grade, man, if I really wanted to.
Cigarettes? No. Yeah. So we had that talk. It was fine. I asked him if he understands. He said, yeah. I get it. I told him, like, if you have any questions or you want to talk about something, I don't care about things. I said, even if you're 14, 15 years old, you go to a party with your friend, and I named his friend. Said, you go to a party with your friend is drinking, you're drinking. I don't expect you not to do anything. Me and your mom aren't idiots. We know you're going to do stuff, but we want you to be responsible and know what you're doing the whole entire time. If you and your friend are drinking and you realize, listen, my friend's been drinking, can't drive. I said, I know you're not going to want to call your mom, but I want you to be okay to call me or your mom. So if you call me,
someone, yeah.
You call me, no problem. I will Uber to wherever you are, no problem. I'll drive the kid home in the car, and me and you will Uber home. You know I don't care. I'm not going to go to his parents like, yeah, you know what your son did? No, but I'll probably talk to your friend after, like, safety-wise, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
dads.
you know.
Damn, you're the cool dad.
What can I say? His friends already know that.
It's every dad.
No, it's not.
So we had that conversation. He was walking out, and, like, whatever, we were done. And I was like, oh, like, by the way, I'm going to tell you because you probably already know, but yes, I do smoke weed. I know you know this. I know you're not an idiot. I've known you seen little things and you smell things.
What did he say to that? Did he say he knew?
No, he just kind of smirked. And I'm like, I'm telling you myself.
He's like, suspicions confirmed.
Yeah.
I've known for 20 years, father. I've known the whole time. I caught you.
And I was like, yeah, like.
You need to stop doing that voice for children. First, the nourish me, mother, and then.
That's what kids sound like.
No, they don't.
That's what they sound like.
That's what Hugh-Gene's kids are going to sound like.
Father?
You summoned me.
Have you summoned me, father?
Actually, I think that's what Hugh-Gene sounded like as
a kid.
All right.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't do it around you. I don't do it around mom. I don't do it around Dante. Like, you know, I might do it with my friends here and there, but yes, I do it occasionally.
Did you downplay how much?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, good.
For sure.
I do it like 3 times a day.
For
You're like,
sure.
son, I'm high right
now. No, I made sure I was sober for that.
That's good.
But yeah, we had the talk and it was cool. And like, even after that, I did tell him that I woke up. I said something to him. I'm like, okay, I'm going back to sleep. I'm tired. He's like, you're always tired. I'm like, is that a problem? He's like, no, you're just you. And then he started to like,
he's like, I know why you're actually tired, like, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you better not be insinuating anything. I'll kill you.
I brought you here. I'll take you
What
out.
the fuck was this? That was the hook. Because they put a hook in you to.
Yeah, in the like 1400s.
I'll take you out.
Jeez.
Yeah, but his mom, it's her turn now.
But you know what? That good for you for making that jump and
yeah,
having that talk. That's a huge one.
What I tell my friends like that who are single, that is like, you actually just have to be what, like, the opposite of what you hate. Like, literally the opposite. Like, I wish somebody had a talk like a regular talk like this. They had a sex talk with me when they found out a girl is pregnant. What kind of stupid shit?
All right, we're gonna have the sex talk with you, Des. Even though it's a little bit too late.
Like, we're in the delivery room. Like, you want to have the talk now? Like, you should have had it 9 months ago.
This is what a condom is, son.
Yeah, I never had this sex talk either. Now that I think about it, it was just like brief insinuations of like, don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
even
a
real
not
talk.
even straight up like, don't have sex. Like, I didn't even get that. It was just like, don't do this. You know, people are gonna tempt you. Da 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 da. And like, that was it.
I didn't even get that. I didn't really actually get it.
I didn't get the sex talk. I didn't get the drug talk. I didn't get
that too. Yeah.
But like, I think it is important.
It really is, and like, it creates the bond, and that's what I told him I want.
There's trust in it.
Exactly. I'm like, I want you to be able to call either me or mom. If you don't trust me, trust your mom. If you don't trust your mom, trust me.
Or both.
But you need,
at least I get what
at
you're
least
saying.
one
Trust
of us.
the dad.
Don't trust nobody. Oh, and I did tell him that too. Don't trust your friends. Like, they will leave you high and dry. Like, I know the bond you have with your friends, and I understand.
I don't have blind trust.
But you have to understand the situation itself. Because if you do something, and I'm like, if you are drunk and nobody else is, and
they're not going down with your shit.
They don't care. No. They're out of there because they don't want to get in trouble with their parents. So you make sure you are not that, because I also made sure I was not that. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Look at this. When did you have it? How many days ago? Oh, last week?
This was maybe last week, Wednesday.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I think now is a good time to get to some listener questions.
Wow!
If you are listening to the podcast and you enjoy it, if you for some reason like us, thank you. But yeah, if you want to be a part of the podcast, we love when you guys ask us questions. If you don't have a question, we're down, for you to share a story. What else? Questions, stories, is that
you can just tell me you like me.
Sure. Compliments for Des. Whatever it is that you want to send in. So we have one from Nolan. He says,
what?
He says, hi guys. I'm starting a new playlist on Spotify and I want some new songs, please. Who are your favorite artists and what is your favorite type of music or song? He says, right now, I can't stop listening to Party Next Door and Roddy Ricch.
He's trying to fuck. That's why he's listening to Party Next Door. He's trying to fuck.
I love Party Next Door.
He's trying to fuck.
He says, here's my Spotify playlist. If you're interested, thanks, and I love the show. Thank you, Nolan. I really like this question because it's like very different. It's just it's very like, oh, you're just talking with friends, like, oh, what's your favorite type of music, which we don't get much of. So like, by all means, y'all, if you want to ask us just like regular stuff like this too, we're down. But music. First of all, I think all three of us, I think we have music taste in common, but also very different. It's like weird. Like me, I've been listening to a lot of like Pink Sweat recently.
What the hell is that? That girl band or something?
No, it's a guy.
It's a guy.
Yeah.
Pussy Sweat. I don't know. I'm sorry. I thought that sounds like that's a punk band name. Pussy Sweat. That's a good punk band. That's a punk. It's very punk.
I don't think so because they wouldn't be able to like put it on like
posters and stuff. Yeah, because it's
like,
punk.
Right.
They don't care. It's punk.
I also really love Kehlani. I loved her for like the last few years.
She's the one with a lot of tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Music. I actually don't listen to new music really. I feel like music now is so like
it's the same.
Everything is so fast. Like you hear a song today, by next week nobody cares about the song.
Yeah, because look at the things that are popular. TikTok's popular, so the short attention span. That's why songs are so much shorter.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Songs are like 2 minutes. Before, like a regular song was only like 4 minutes. Now they're like 2 minutes. And it's the same thing over and over for the 2 minutes.
So I listen to like a lot of what you would call old stool stuff, like
old stool.
Yeah, three-legged stool. Old school stuff. I'm listening to music from like 2010, 2000. Like
you know what? Sometimes though, throwback music is
it's
like
just so
it
relaxing.
Hits a spot.
Yeah, and that's what I like.
I feel like my music taste depends on my mood.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love like when I'm just like I enjoy like driving at night because like
music hits differently then.
It hits different, but it's also like it's calming. Well, I like driving at night in the summer because it's warm. You have the windows down. You're just cruising. It's nighttime and like there's not as much traffic, so you can just like kind of cruise. And like I like music that you can like listen to and like drive to.
Yeah.
Which like Drake is like huge.
Drake is
like,
great for that.
Drake is
amazing for that.
But no, he actually has Drake on his playlist, so he has that covered.
I like I like heartfelt stuff because I'm like a sad girl on the inside. So when I hear like Adele, I'm just like, oh my god, never mind.
You've always loved Adele.
I love Adele so much. I love music that like you can feel that someone put their emotion in it.
That's why I like old music.
Even if it's like rap, like I like when it comes to rap music, I like the Baby because he sounds different. And really? I like different. Yeah. The way he raps, like his style of rap is, you can hear his voice and be like, yeah, that's him. There's some people you hear and you're like, who? Sure. Oh, that sounded like this person.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like Tory in a sense. Yeah, I like his chick tapes. Oh, Nolan, if you're trying to funk, listen to Chick Tape. I think it's like 4 or 5. He remixes like so many songs from back in the day. Yes. Oh my God. I got you, Nolan. I got you.
Oh, dang! I wish I had. Dang it! I don't have time to. I have a lot of good fucking music. Like on my, I have to go through like my YouTube likes, but I have like old like 90s like the really like make you bust kind of music.
Okay, but he was asking what type of music you guys listen to like on a regular basis.
No,
I do.
Sometimes
I used to listen to baby music more regularly, but now I listen to more oldies stuff.
Okay, can I make like a guess? I feel like Des, you primarily will listen to hip hop, but like you said, kind of like your older stuff. Like you'll listen to Lil Wayne all day, any day.
Any day.
But you also like dance hall.
Oh, love.
And I feel like you'll listen to more newer dance hall than you will new hip hop.
Yes.
And Hugh, you're a little more tricky. You're a little more alternative, but you also like oldies. And you just will sometimes listen to like just straight up jazz, like instrumentals. But I feel like a lot of the bops that you like what's that group? It was like something to do with mail.
Parcels.
Something to do with mail.
No, but like you know what I mean? How would you describe their vibe?
It's a mixture of Beatles and Daft Punk.
Yeah. So I don't know, but like I kind of got you right though. You're just harder to describe.
No.
How would you guys describe me and my music taste?
All over the place.
It is all over the place. Like
I would just say pop.
I like chilling and listening to like country music. It like relaxes me, but also I like to get like ratchet with my friends sometimes and listen to like music that makes you want to shake your ass.
It depends on who you're with and your mood. Yeah. And it's kind of like how you are when with meeting people. I don't know if you guys remember. Well, for those of you who weren't here, Jo, when she meets people, she can be very outgoing because she's just meeting someone for the first time. But sometimes it's hard for her to like take that step and be like, oh, hey, I'm Jo, da-da-da. But once she starts, like, you'll be like, oh, like, she's cool. You know, you like her, da-da-da. So you could be a goth. She can get along with you fine. You could be a Christian. But she can still talk to you and converse with you. Because certain Christians are too much. And I feel like if they're too much, you'd be like, oh, okay, this was great. Not really, thanks. But you can...
Yeah, I love rock music.
Yeah, I feel like you can listen to almost anything.
Not so much like screamo, like not really hardcore, but I enjoy like rock.
Fuck me like you love me, that they hate me.
No.
I love that song so much.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm the one who introduced you to
it.
You didn't know about it.
I know, and I love it.
You like actually listen to it?
I let people listen to it, and they look at me like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, listen to what he's saying,
it's
though.
Corpse Husband. Oh, you like the lyrics.
Yeah. Fuck me. And I like his voice, I wish.
Yeah.
Golden Hour.
Are these artists?
No, it's a song name.
Okay.
And then there's Frank Sinatra, All My Tomorrows, Chet Baker, Time After Time, another Frank Sinatra, The Way You Look, and My Way. My Way is one of
My Way is... Oh, my God.
That's one of the songs I want to be able to sing when I'm dying.
My Way by who?
Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Oh, these are like oldies.
It's crazy that you say that. I literally just downloaded his discography like 2 weeks ago. Every single song, and he has so many. Oh, my God. It's disgusting. He's so wonderful.
My Way is one of those songs I'm like, I almost sing it out loud. That's like one of the most manly songs.
Like, there's so much power in that song.
Yeah, I love that song.
I can't think of how does it go?
I can't sing.
I can't sing, sorry.
You guys were both just...
And now, the end is near.
Oh, my God.
It's one of those songs you sing, you're like,
I watched a cartoon.
Way.
Oh,
yeah.
I did know.
I watched a cartoon and it had that song in there.
Bad.
Oh, thank you.
No, that was really good, actually.
I love how you had to get the vibrato by physically shaking your
himself.
body.
I watched a cartoon and like a little rat or whatever was singing that song, and I started crying at myself.
Yeah,
like, what is wrong with you? Oh,
it always gets
so
me.
beautiful.
It's one of those songs that if I get into it, I get like a little tear, but it's not like a sad tear. It's like
it's so
like
powerful.
the man's like, come on. And what else is there? And then ABBA. I don't know how to say it. Probably it's like a disco band.
ABBA.
Okay.
What?
That's funny. You said I don't know how to say it, and I was like,
I have their
ABBA.
CD. Yeah, I don't know, because the B's are backwards, so I was like, maybe. And they're Swedish, so maybe it's like, yeah.
Oh God.
I found my mom had their CD, so I have their CD in my car.
Yeah, a lot of my love for like old school stuff started from like my mom's like CDs and stuff, and then also growing up, like my mom strictly listened to Easy Rock on the radio, so that's when that's how I fell in love with
Toronto's Easy Rock.
Shania Twain.
Oh, up, yeah. My
no.
mom. Oh.
Well, yes, I do love that song. No, the one I was thinking of is "Looks Like We Made It."
Oh, my mom used to listen.
Yeah.
I used to watch my mom in the kitchen. Like that's crazy you say that. My mom used to listen to like Easy Rock too, and she'll play all these songs.
Love
and like I'd look at her in the kitchen as she's like cooking, and sometimes like she'll be crying or whatever, and I'm just like, what a loser. But now I'm older, and like I literally made a playlist a couple years ago on my phone, and now I got a new phone, but I made a playlist on my phone, and I was playing it in the car, and my mom is just jamming along to every song, and she's just like, Des, like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, this is like my playlist. I call it Mom. And she's like, what? Why? I'm like, these are all the songs that I remember you used to love when I was a kid. So
that's so cute.
And she started crying. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
That's
Get it
so
together.
Sweet. Imagine like if a couple years from now,
I'll just smile. I'm not gonna cry.
Thing. Yeah, but you'll wipe a thug tear out from the corner of your eye.
I still have more.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This one's this guy, he makes this literally what it's called. It's like a playlist for a 19th century poet conflicted by his thoughts, and it's like old orchestra music, and he has and it's on this one specifically on Spotify, and he has more like a playlist, an 18th century playlist for an evil villain, and the music that's in that playlist.
Oh, that's very you.
And it's mute.
Look at him smile.
There's one for an evil villain. There's one for an evil villain conflicting, like thinking about his enemies. There's one thinking about his plan. There's angelic, and it's like
that's the one that Hugh listens to when he thinks of me.
I listen to the
his
evil
enemies.
when I work out. I listen to the evil one, and it gets to you, and it's actually like perfect. It's like, yo, this is what I was listening to if I was evil. This one, the playlist, and it's actually called this on Spotify for 19th century conflicted poet by thoughts, whatever. You actually sit there and just like. And whatever, and then there's Parcels is really good.
Parcels is a group though. That's not a song.
Yeah, they're a group. Yeah,
you have to specify because you're going between like song names and artist names.
Okay, Sniffin' the Tears. That's a band. Tennessee Whiskey is a song. America, 1973 Hat Trick, a very good album.
Tennessee Whiskey sounds like something I'd like to listen to and drink.
And then America, 1975 Greatest Hits is very good too. Fleetwood Mac. Everyone knows Fleetwood Mac.
I'm gonna assume you listen to nothing from this century.
Not that often,
okay.
No. I today like I listen to like a lot of soca. I listen to the DJ Private Ryan playlist.
Oh, amazing!
But like
you also like a little Tekashi 6ix9ine here and there.
Very, very, very rarely.
That's good. You know why? Because I like him too.
I listen to music that what it makes me feel. I'm more in tune with that.
If I'm listening, like I want my rap to be stupid because I already think you guys are ridiculous. Yeah. So Tekashi coming out just
you know what I want? If I want that kind of stuff, I'll listen to like Waka Flocka Flame, like Hard in the Paint, or I'll listen to old Southern rap. So I'll listen to like East Side Boys or or what's his face or like Ice Cube. What's that song? With him with like that's not my. No, I don't have it. What is it called?
I feel like when it comes to like soca dancehall music, that's where all of us would
agree.
like.
I'm more soca than dancehall,
but I'm just saying that's where we would all be like, we have majority the same music, or like if it's like a song that we haven't heard, we'll still like it. Whereas the other stuff, we're all very different. But yeah, no, that's awesome.
I don't think Nolan likes dancehall. So
Nolan, get your life together.
I don't remember if he likes or
he's
not.
asking us, our favorite types of
but
music.
If you want, just DJ Private Ryan, he does more than just dancehall and soca, but that's like his bread and butter. But 2018, 2019 for soca is the best one because I feel like soca's kind of been.
Now it has because there's no reason to have good music now.
Yeah. 2017, 18 to me was the best year.
Yeah.
So, shortly before we started recording this episode, we actually got in another email. I was only going to do the one, but we got another one in, and rather than save it for next week, I was like, okay, because it piqued my interest, and I feel like it might pique yours too. I didn't read the whole thing, but I started to read it, and I was like, this is wild. You'll see why I didn't want to save it for next week. So this is from Anonymous, and you guys will understand why.
Anonymous.
The subject is stepsis story. So this person says,
wait, is this because of what we spoke about last week?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I guess do you want to remind them what we talked about last week?
Last week we were asking questions of what turns you on and what doesn't, yes or no. And one question was, that step-sibling porno kind of thing, stepmother, whatever, and getting stuck porno. So some of us had said, yes, that turns us on. And one of us had said, not a chance.
I don't appreciate the
I didn't say any names. Shade, I didn't say any names.
All right, whatever.
They knew.
So this person says, okay, this is wild, but I heard last week's episode and I figured I'd share. You guys talked about stuck porn, but also talked about step-bro/step-sis porn. This is gonna sound crazy, but I actually have hooked up with my stepsister. Our parents got married when we were about 9 or 10, and we were born in the same year, so they used to joke and call us the twins. We were close because we were in the same grade, had some of the same friends. We each had other siblings, but we were the oldest. I guess things started after we went through puberty. I started to notice that she was getting more developed, etc., and eventually I caught up to her. I assume puberty-wise. Play fighting turned to touching over the clothes here and there, and eventually under the clothes. We didn't kiss much though. I don't know why. At some point that slowed down. When we went into high school, we had different groups of friends. We each had relationships and lost our virginities to other people. And we went to separate colleges. But when we came back for Christmas...
So they're properly old.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This person, they're just telling their story. Yeah. Which, yeah, this is a part where, like, I read up to, and I was like, okay. Because, like, if this person was underage, I don't think I'd feel comfortable, like, you know.
I'd give them more grace if they're underage.
Keep going.
Whatever. Yeah, but when we came back for Christmas, the flirting was 10 times more than it was before. She even walked in on me in the shower. I was feeling it, and we didn't do anything except for make out and touch, but it was fire emoji. When we were...
Yeah, touch me, sis.
When we were home for the summer, we finally hooked up. Actually, we did a few times. It felt wrong because she's my stepsister, but also didn't feel that wrong because we weren't related. Our parents never found out, or our siblings, and I've only told one close friend of mine. I don't know if she told anyone.
Why would you should have told your dude?
Huh?
Should have told a dude.
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. That's weird.
It doesn't say what the friend is.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, they told their friend, and then she didn't know if the sister, told anyone.
She probably did.
I always find it funny when people bring up the step-sibling fantasy. It's very taboo, so it's something we have to keep on the DL. It's been like 2 to 3 years since we last hooked up. I have a girlfriend right now, and I'm not a cheater. I think she, stepsis, is single. I'm not about cheating on my girlfriend. I'd say we interact pretty normal when we do see each other, even though it's not often. By the way, this was all consensual on both ends. A lot of the time she initiated, and I would never force myself on anyone. This person does ask a question, but I want to just get your reaction to the story first.
Well, so I'm assuming they're probably, when this happened, about 21, 22.
Well, no, they said things started around puberty age.
No, like after
when
college,
they actually did
when they
it.
got serious.
When they actually clapped cheeks.
Yeah.
That
was the summer after college.
The summer, and it seems like it's their first year too, so they could have been like 18, 19, because when you first go to college, you're young.
That, once you said they knew each other when they're 9, so like if you're like, we met when we were 16, then I'd be like, I'll give you some more grace. But
well, that's when the parents got married. They probably knew each other before then.
My friend told me. What do I think about it? Honestly, I'm just kind of whatever. Do your thing. You got it out of your system. Kind of weird.
It's
pretty
not
weird.
out of your system.
It's probably not.
It's not out of
I think you crossed a road you probably should have never crossed, in my opinion. But it is what it is. It happened. I don't have much thoughts.
No,
not really.
Des, I feel like
I'm kind of sad. I'm not sad. I'm not more shocked. I'm not like, whoa. I'm just kind of like. Do what you gotta do, bro. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I'm actually surprised. Oh, I'm not.
It's pretty weird.
Not that I expect you guys to be shocked, but like I read this email and I was like, wow.
It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. But
I didn't expect somebody to write. And first of all, thank you for
well,
writing
it's anonymous.
Yeah, but still, like, it's like, what are the chances that like we talk about something and someone who's actually done? Because I don't think this is common.
Probably is.
I know people have done.
It's
this.
probably
you do.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty common.
It is.
Like, well, I guess I'm just wrong then.
Like they said, like it's not something that people talk about.
Yeah,
it happens, and you just never talk about it.
So first of all, now I already don't want kids. Now, if I have them, I'm not marrying anyone else with kids because
just don't. If your son's gay, don't marry another kid with a gay kid. If your son's straight, don't marry another chick. Then your chances go down.
Now I don't want
because there's no way in hell the parents didn't think about this, or they even probably didn't discuss it, but they definitely crossed their head.
Sorry, Des, for interrupting, but like when this person says where was it? Like they were the same age and stuff, so like their parents referred to them as like the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think the parents were thinking anything was going down.
Of course not. They never
like,
do.
Oh, so
parents,
cute.
They play dumb.
Never do.
They play dumb.
They don't play dumb. They really
play dumb.
just don't expect it at all.
Because they're like siblings. Like
I was in a situation like that, and looking back, I can see where they don't see anything wrong. So when I was in grade 7, I came back to Canada. I was in Jamaica. I came back, and all of a sudden, my mom like introduced me to her friend's daughter, who's the same age as me, and like I was just like, hey, whatever. So they ended up living with us that year, And I'm like,
How old are you?
grade 7, so
See, no,
11, 12. And I was kind of like, okay, whatever. This is my mom's best friend and her daughter. They live with us, so they're like, yeah, you guys are cousins, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I'm not an idiot. I know we're not cousins.
Yeah.
So
That's
when
what
she
they
came
said.
to the school, my mom's like, introduce her to people. You're Deswayne. Come on. So I'm like, oh, everybody, this is my cousin. Okay, cool. Whoever talked to her, whoever didn't. Whatever. She liked a couple of my friends, all that kind of stuff. Outside the house, I barely spoke to her. Speak to me when you need to speak to me. Inside the house, we would speak, we'd talk, we'd laugh, we'd chill. When we became like grade 8-ish, grade 9-ish, like he said, like she started developing, and I was kind of like,
She got them hush puppies.
Oh,
and she like
cute.
she's around the house, so she's wearing little to nothing. She's in a house that she's comfortable with. It's kind of like, yes, but at the same time, you live here now. And to them, I'm not looking at her anyways. She's not walking by in booty shorts and I'm like, oh my God. She walks by and I'm still looking straight. You know how to act. Exactly.
Well, you already have like the mental picture.
No,
in
your
your
eye
already.
Just, just goes like, that Bill Cosby meme when he's just like,
And
he's walking.
yeah, like we'd watch movies as family, we'd stay up late. Parents are like, okay, they're going to bed now because they're tired. The first time something happened
parents.
between us, it was because it was a dare. And I knew she wanted something like that to happen because she's the one who initiated playing the game.
she's like, I want to be.
Yeah. And
The dare was who was playing? Just you two?
me and her, yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
little
I thought you
hussy.
meant like.
No, it was just truth or dare. And she was like, truth is so easy. Let's just do dare. And once she said that, because at that point, I already like I said, I did stuff from earlier. Like I'm already past her level.
like,
So
I know what you want.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah. You think
So
I'm
whatever.
stupid?
Like he said, the touching, the play fighting starts, and then it's she grabbed my dick, and I'm like, what? And now like,
What?
yeah,
Sorry.
when you play fight, that's what they do. When you play fight with somebody who there's sexual tension between,
Yeah, they grab your.
the first thing the girls try to do is hurt you. Let me grab his cock and squeeze it. While you grab my cock and squeeze, I'm getting hard.
Yeah.
So,
So
na-
you think your grip is
Yeah,
strong
so
enough
now-
to make this thing soft?
you grab her
Am
titties.
I naive or am I like innocent? Because I've
Both.
never.
Both. You're both.
Both.
Come on.
For
There's
real.
nothing new. Come on.
For
buddy.
real, for real.
I've never
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah.
Never crossed my mind.
Grab her titties, whatever.
What? I play fought with someone that like I found. I'm not gonna grab his.
That's
dick.
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're not playing by the
supposed to do.
rules.
Yeah, you're
But
playing
yeah,
by-
one thing leads to another, and over time, you step over boundaries over time. I remember there's one time we were literally at the corner of a wall, and our parents weren't home. It was late night. We didn't know when they're coming home. We're making out. I'm feeling her up, all that good stuff. And then for some reason, I just stop. And she's like, "Are you okay?"
'Cause God
And
was
I'm
like,
like,
"What are you
"I
doing?"
think I'm gonna go to bed."
But you said you were making out and feeling her.
Yeah, like
Okay.
hand down her pants, fingering her. Yeah. And
Eugene.
and I'm like,
Oh my
I'm
God.
fine. And she's like, okay, well, like, I
Jesus
guess I'll just
started
go
talking to you.
downstairs now. And I'm like, okay. As soon as she walked down the first 3 steps, the front door opened. And like, my, like,
Oh,
what-
it was like your spidey senses.
yeah, exactly.
You just sniff your finger.
No.
Eugene.
I don't need to. By then, we,
man.
like, that wasn't the first time I fingered
Yeah,
her. So
I
it's
know,
not
I
like
know, I
anything
know. What?
surprising.
What?
He's like,
She,
Why am I
Six.
the only one who's
he's like 15. He's
no.
no?
how old are you?
I was like 11.
He said she moved in when you were like 12.
No, when I was like 10, 11, grade 7.
Yeah.
Grade 7, 10, 11.
But
Because I have a
you're-
later birthday.
Right, so you would have been 11, turning 12 for the
Yeah.
majority of this
Yeah.
school year. So you're not 10, you're 12.
I said 11, no?
You said okay,
You
but
just
then
said 11,
you
yeah.
said this wasn't the first year. You said this like
No, this
maybe
wasn't
by
the first
grade 9.
time I'm fingering her.
Oh, so like how long after she was living there did things start?
Like a couple months.
Oh my god.
Dude, who are you talking to?
You were fingering girls at age 12?
Come on now, please. Let's get my cock socks. At age 12.
I didn't even get my period till my 13th birthday. How the Jesus.
And like
Don't actually.
in public, it was just like normal. Like you just act normal. Around family dinners, it's normal. Of course, you have a 1-2 moment where you're like, and they're like, and then you just keep going.
So you feel like that's probably what it was for
Between
this?
the, yeah, like I get it.
Yeah, it's not,
Because
yeah.
in your head, it's like, I know we're not related, so what I'm doing is not completely wrong, but it's like
it's somewhat wrong, but it's
kind of
not
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
So my guy, I hear you. I get you still. I get you.
Yeah.
And the way you are telling this story, I promise you, I'm picturing everything.
Yeah,
and
same,
shit.
same, man.
Ew.
Same. Good for you, bro.
Like even when
Not good, bad.
grade 8 summer, I went to Florida. When I was in Florida, she messaged me. She's like, when you come back, like, I would like you to take my virginity. And I was like, ooh, sorry, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't.
No, I don't like to take. I took one person's virginity and then that went left.
What?
Oh, my son is 12.
Okay, that's what I
Okay,
thought you were implying.
So the question.
Yeah, like,
Hey, man.
see,
This wasn't even the question?
No.
Oh.
That was just our thought.
Oh.
yeah, like it's shocking for me because I didn't think anyone who this has happened to would actually write in, and like I didn't realize it was that common. But I obviously know it happens. Even like the step parent and like the stepdad, stepdaughter, or
stepmom, stepson.
Yeah, so like I know stuff happens, but to me that's especially when it's like one parent and like you're supposed to be like a step parent. I think that's super gross. But like I don't know. I am at a loss for words. And then Des, Jesus, your story. So this person continues and they say, I do have one question though. Do you think I should tell my girlfriend?
No.
Do you think I should tell my girlfriend that we hooked up before?
Nope.
We've been dating for almost 2 years now.
Doesn't matter.
And I'm always curious if I should tell her. They have met at family events. Everyone is cordial. My stepsis is never jealous or weird. And just like me, when she has a boyfriend, she keeps her distance. Thanks, guys. Love the podcast, and I hope you don't judge me. I hope you don't judge me too much, Jonel.
Just a little bit. Oh, so you knew. Yeah.
And he said, haha, JK.
No, it's not JK.
I'm not judging you.
Yes, you are. I'm not judging you.
I'm judging all of you.
Yeah, I'm judging that. No. No, I'm not judging you. I am a little shook, but like, hey, to each his own. Like you said, it was consensual, so I'm not gonna judge anything that was consensual, even if it is taboo. Like
you're not gonna judge brother sister?
No, he said it was consensual.
No. I'm just saying you're not gonna judge brother sister.
Oh, even like actual brother sister?
Yeah, even if it's consensual.
I'm not gonna condone incest.
I didn't ask that.
These are
I said judge.
Okay, I'm gonna judge a little bit.
There you go.
But I'm not gonna like. I've never been one to kink shame. Like even the shit that like we talk
incest.
About.
You're not gonna kink shame.
I said
incest?
I'm gonna judge it. I'm not gonna shame them.
You're not gonna shame incest.
I would.
Yeah.
But, no, but like you know what I mean. For the most part, like we talk about. I'm not gonna kink shame poop. I'm not gonna want to do it though.
I'm gonna kink shame poop.
But like that's the thing, right? Like. That's how I got this thing as being like the fucking foot fetish queen, because I openly said I'm not about it, but like I understand it. If you have a thing that you like you're not hurting anyone, so like do your thing. And they were like, oh yes, she's one of us. Like
she likes the toes.
You know, like I'm never gonna shame anyone. I'm not judging you, sir. I'm not. But like that's your sister.
Just a bit.
No, I'm actually not judging you. Do you? As long as it's consensual.
Hugh, can I take this one?
Yeah, I already said my answer. No.
Great. I agree with you. I know. The reason why I said, can I take this? Because I know you don't know how to explain things.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're just like, no. Well,
I have my reason why, but you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I also agree that you shouldn't tell. I feel like everyone is surprised at
stupid.
That answer.
Don't do stupid.
No, but I feel like people would think I'd be like, you gotta be honest.
No, shut the fuck up. No, you don't.
There's certain things that you need to take to the grave.
Yeah. To be honest, like, this is one of those things you don't let her listen to this podcast, first of all. You don't do
Mark
that.
this down on your phone.
No, maybe there's no.
Don't
maybe,
take the chance.
Because sometimes
maybe there's no way that
have,
the girlfriend would know that it's him.
No, but people have that little feeling sometimes.
True.
Stepsister? You have a stepsister.
Well,
She's
it's not
kind
even
of attractive.
just that.
Wait.
It's what if the girlfriend have seen the sister? Because you know people give certain people looks.
Yes.
Like you can see certain looks, and women notice everything.
Yeah.
So the girlfriend could have seen certain looks, like, nah, that's his sister. They wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then she hears this, and she's like,
and then she starts thinking.
You know,
he says that the stepsister never acts anyway. Like she's not.
As guys, we don't see that. We don't see that.
No, I get it. I still don't think he should tell.
And another reason I say you shouldn't tell is now once you do tell her, the whole dynamic changes with everything. It's not like, okay, I understand. No, that's not what it will be. She will, from now on, anytime you mention your sister, anytime family gatherings, anything's around, all of that is being brought up. How many times, when, where, who. Yeah. So honestly, this is one of those things, unfortunately, you have to take to your grave, kind of.
Not kind of, you do.
I only say kind of because I understand where he's coming from, where it's like, I want to be completely open and honest with my girlfriend.
Not that one.
To be honest, I'm going to say keep this until your marriage. No cap.
Nope. Keep it to the grave.
I don't agree to keep it to the grave.
Keep it to the grave.
Here's the thing. I think that the scenario would be I still think he should keep it to himself because I agree with you, Des, that the dynamic would change. The girlfriend would always be feeling like there's something. Like you said, you and your stepsister haven't hooked up in a couple years, but like she's going to be like, is that the truth?
Yeah.
Have you cheated on me? Like I think the only time you need to confess, like you haven't cheated on her, you've been faithful. Like that's why I feel like you can keep that to yourself. It would ruin things, and I think that it would be like if I was in that position, it would be hard to get around.
Yep.
I think the only thing that would, like, if I was in the girlfriend's position, that would make me feel better is if the parents got divorced, so then you didn't have an excuse to see this stepsister.
That's
but,
even worse because now you guys can just be you guys.
That's true, but like if they have
that's true.
But like what I mean is like if this is someone that's not in your, like he still sees her for like family events and stuff, like this is someone that's always going to be a part of your life. So I think as long as you're not sleeping around with your stepsister while you have your girlfriend, I think that's something that you can just don't do anymore and just keep that.
Take it to the grave.
And even though Hugh says no, the only reason why I say marriage is even though I don't agree with marriage,
You
because
do want to know all the skeletons in your
I think you need to let everything out when you marry someone right before you do, or not right before, but before you marry someone, because this is not something that when you're married you hear and you're like, oh, that was back then. You're like
you fucked your sister?
Yeah, like what else don't I know? You know, that's not really
true.
something small in an extent. Like that's kind of big. That's not like, oh yeah, when I was 9, me and my sister kissed. Like, oh okay, like whatever. Like that was just one time.
Yeah.
But the anticipation, the years and the years of this, even like, yes, you guys didn't have sex until later on, but the sexual tension up until then, because women are really good at hiding how they truly feel if they want to hide it. For all you know, your stepsister really does like you and want to be with you. And the reason she keeps that distance is because she doesn't want nobody else to see that she likes you. So when you have a girlfriend, she's distant. You don't think anything of it because we're guys and we're stupid. So honestly, don't tell your girlfriend if you end up wanting to get married someday.
A future with her.
I would say if you see a future with her, eventually you will have to tell her. But right now, no.
Putting myself again in the scenario, I feel like although things are like rough, I agree with you, Dad. Like certain milestones, it's like you're legally bound to someone now. It's like I don't want to
hear this after.
Bind myself to you, and then I find out all of these things. Like give me the respect to tell me and let me make my own decision.
Exactly.
So I agree with you, Des.
Thanks.
I think
if you can take it to the grave, take it to the grave.
He was like, die with it.
Die with it.
And take your sister with you.
I think part of him wants to tell because he wouldn't have asked
if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I would say.
And I understand the honesty behind it.
Yeah, figure out what your future is with this girl. If it's as serious as you think, then, I mean, you know.
Take it to the grave. Undertaker.
Just make sure you don't want to do it one more time.
No, stop, Hugh. Des, whatever your name
No,
is.
for real.
If he has it,
because if it's still in your head that, if she does come on to me, I'm going to do it.
But it's still wrong.
It is wrong, but you can't have that in your mind.
That's cheating, too.
And he said he doesn't cheat. However, if you no longer have this girlfriend, would you sleep with your stepsister again? And if the answer is yes, then by all means, like, you cannot tell your girlfriend nothing. And until you figure out that situation, like, you and your stepsister need to stop. At that point, you might as well not tell anybody because you're still going to do it. The second you're going to tell somebody, look, like me and my stepsister did this, now you're acknowledging it with your significant other, whatever. If you guys break up and you're like, well, we're not together, so I'm going to go do it, you're just digging deeper holes for yourself.
Take it to the grave, bury it 6 feet under.
That could actually be a bop.
Take it to the grave, bury it 6 feet under. Don't tell her, you dumbass. Keep it to yourself.
You're not really on beat,
I thought you were going to say keep it in your
There
pants.
was no beat. Yeah, well, you could keep it in your pants.
Yeah, but you didn't rhyme.
But don't keep it in your pants, fucker. I'm joking. Don't do that.
What do you want him to do? What do you want?
I think he should just take it to the grave.
Never.
If you can take it to the grave, take it to the grave.
Do you think that if opportunity presents itself, he should do it again?
What?
Have sex with his stepsister.
If he's single and if it's still in his, I don't know. I don't think so. Cause I think that you guys have to have no. Cause then you guys are too
taboo
old.
For a reason. I think it's family at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and I don't think
it's just weird, dude.
I don't think you should go there.
If the last time you guys did it, it was like spontaneous, you need to do it one more time where it's not spontaneous. Because when you do it when it's spontaneous, you don't really account that. You just like, oh, it just happened. And then it's no,
I
for
get
real.
what he's saying.
And it's still in your mind like, okay, like we need to do this one more time.
I don't think that when you have to sneak around your house and like your parents and siblings are in the house, I don't think it's ever planned.
You'd
because
be surprised.
Even if you know everyone's gonna be out of the house, like you normally find out and you're like, okay, like
no, it's probably planned. It's like come to my room. The parents are gonna think
Joe,
anything.
look me in my eye. We planned this.
Yeah,
for real.
They probably planned it.
Like,
it probably wasn't spontaneous.
My stepdad was gonna take off my door, and my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I don't know why they're in here with the door closed." And we were just watching, like we were just exactly.
That's why I said the parents low-key knew.
No, he had a feeling
because the dad will always know
because he knows I ain't shit.
No, not even just that. The dad puts himself in your shoes, and the dad's like, "If my sister was hot, I would probably do it. So you probably are doing it, son."
And he was not wrong because even with my son, Caden. Like, he grew up with my mom, like, another one of my mom's friend's daughter, 1 year older than him. And they're not as close as me and that girl were. But I went to his mom, and I'm like, yo, you see those two? Like,
yeah. The dad knows. If I'm a dad and I marry, I would be in my head, I'm like, I would think that. That's why I said earlier, the parents low-key know, especially the dad. Mom probably, yeah. But the dad's like, nah.
And the reason why it's hard to say something about it, and this is what I was telling Caden's mom too, like, I would like to say something, however, I don't want to say it, and he wasn't thinking it. Because I don't want to put it in his head now.
Exactly, yeah.
Because realistically, because like you said, it's family or whatever, it's even that much easier. Imagine if you had two cousins, and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go run to the store real quick. Yeah, my cousins are home by themselves.
So do you think... So it's only because you know deep down that you're not actually related to the person. Like, if
that's
it was your
exactly
actual cousin,
right.
you would have
never. I would even have thought about it.
There's no blood involved, so you're just like,
100%. Like,
so
I'm really not related to you.
It's like, we're not related. We don't technically share the same last name. We don't have the same blood. We don't have the same DNA. That's how you justify it to themselves.
I can't, like, put myself in that mindset because I've never lived in a house with another kid, period. Like, I grew up as an only child, let alone another kid that was like a family but not family type of situation. So it's, like, hard for me to put myself in that situation. Any other people who are like cousins but not really cousins, it was always like, oh, you go over to their house, or like
once in a while.
You're not living, so
no, living with people are totally different, especially when they're comfortable. You're wearing clothes that you're comfortable in.
Yeah. That's why, like, for me, if I had a roommate, I wouldn't want a female roommate.
I could never.
I wouldn't, because I don't want to cross that line.
I will cross that line.
I wouldn't want to. It probably would end up happening, but I wouldn't want to.
Is this what men think about, really?
Yes. You have to think about these things.
Of course.
I don't want to cross this line with you, so don't put me in that position.
Yes, so I wouldn't put myself in that position.
Just because you live with them? You're going to automatically cross that boundary?
If I find them attractive, yes.
I'm going to think about it all the time.
All the time.
If she looks like a bucket, then no. So if I was going to have a female roommate, she has to be ugly as hell.
Like, if we're chilling on the couch and, she's my roommate and we're just watching TV, no big deal. Two roommates watching TV. She's falling asleep. She lays down on the couch. Her head's in my lap. I promise you my cock's hard.
Yeah, oh, yeah. My cock's hard even when she's here.
You see what I mean? So it's like...
That's why they've said don't have an opposite sex roommate.
For real.
Because you're going to eventually cross that line. Eventually... this is a known thing that
I would have a guy roommate, but I wouldn't just be roommates with, like, just anyone. It would be like someone who I have a friendship with, and because I feel like I can't just live with anyone, but like...
If he's straight, he's thinking about the...
He's not lying.
He's thinking about it. It's in his head.
Even if you're like, I've known this guy my whole life. No, he's not.
So what's the difference between living with someone versus, like, just
I'll live with a guy. I'm not going to think about fucking the guy.
No.
No, because you're there all the time. You have access to it 24/7.
All the time.
Come on.
Sleeping, wake up,
Come on.
bathing.
It's right there. Literally right there.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying this is never the case, but I don't feel like it's always the case either.
It's
usually
a known
the case.
thing.
Usually
They
the
say
case.
do not have your roommate be the opposite sex.
You have a roommate.
Stop hitting the table.
Yeah, that's a perfect example too.
Your speakers are now destroyed.
You have a roommate who kind of resembles Michael B. Jordan. Nothing crazy, kind of resembles him.
Yeah, come on.
His body's looking like, ooh, abs,
Walks out
all
the
of that.
shower, all glistening.
Comes out the shower. Hey, Joe, do you have any extra shampoo? I ran out. You're like,
Michael B. Jordan with the mustache or without? You're trying to figure out
Which one
I'm
you
more
like?
attracted to, but I'm not going to tell you. With or without?
Without.
Nah.
You're full of shit.
I don't like the mustache.
the only reason why I said with, I'm like, she'll probably like it more manly.
No. Oh, that's manly, quote
So,
unquote.
yeah.
But no, here's the thing. I have a lot of friends that I think are attractive, and I think you can recognize someone's attractive without being attracted.
However, if you live with them and you see them day in, day out,
You guys-
same thing you were
Hello,
saying.
do you forget who you're talking to? You're talking to me.
Yeah, I know.
but-
For you, it's different. For the guy, I know
Right,
what the
but
guy's
Des is
thinking.
giving a scenario in a situation where I may be tempted, and I'm telling you I don't think so.
I don't think you'll act on the temptation, but your brain is going.
Here's the thing. For me, like, I'm more likely to be attracted to someone I have, like, a good friendship with because I'm the type of person who needs that emotional connection. I don't care if you're hot. So, like, a hot roommate coming out of the shower
but I'm
glistening.
saying somebody, because you did say somebody that you know. You couldn't live with somebody you don't know.
True.
So I'm saying if you did know this guy, like you
Just
know
because
him.
I said I'm more likely to be, like...
That's what I'm saying. You're
Doesn't
not
mean-
going out there like, okay, I'm going to sleep with my roommate.
No, because I value
However, let
good
Michael B.
friendships.
Jordan crawl up under you.
No, if it was a good friend to me, I would never, like...
Then he wouldn't live with you.
What do you mean?
Because he'd want to.
No, he will.
No.
He potentially would live with you with the maybe thinking in his back of his head the chance, hey, this might happen.
No, here's the thing. Okay, let me give out this scenario.
Just have a gay roommate. If you
No,
know
let me give out
opposite
this
sex.
scenario. You guys both know, like, my best male friend.
Mm-hmm.
You guys both know him. He's a straight man. He is in a relationship, but let's say he's not. And if I know you're listening. Hey, what's up? I'm not saying your name just for the sake of not doing it. But, like, let's call him, like, Tom. Okay,
Tom.
So, like, me and Tom would be friends for a long time, and, like, even if he was single, if he was like, hey, like, I need a roommate, like, you know, because I know he's probably someone I could live with. I don't ever see a scenario where, like, and I could be like, oh yeah, you know, this is a good looking guy. I'm not attracted to him though, but I could, like, you know what I mean? You can say someone's good looking but not be attracted, and you could also not be tempted.
However, as time passes, the possibility of that is getting higher and higher.
In your opinion?
In most people's opinion. And that's why
don't
girls
think so.
really feel
I
like
think-
if I'm dating a guy and he has a roommate.
No, but also, you know, women, once a woman friend zones someone, like, you're unlikely to unfriend zone them.
The
So,
guy is
if
thinking
you-
of how do I get out of this?
If you're talking to a guy and he has a female roommate that, you know, he's like, yeah, nothing's going on between us. Like, you know, we needed roommates. We're roommates. You're comfortable with your boyfriend having a roommate who's a female?
Depending on the situation.
What would be the situation that you're like, yeah, that's cool?
Like, I'm not trying to, like, just some, like, random, like, oh, hey, like, they
Same
don't know
thing.
each
Like,
other.
they've been friends for
randoms.
years. Like, same thing with you and Tom.
If it's like that, friends and only friends, never been anything more, never had feelings in the past,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah. If it's that friend that you used to have feelings for, then of course not. That's
No,
stupid.
nobody's gonna tell my spouse, my girlfriend, I live with this girl and I used to like her.
Yeah.
Of course not.
But, like, truly just friends to the point, like, this person is like family to me. I'm not gonna fuck my brother. Sorry. Like, oh yeah, come full story with this question now, but I am not gonna fuck my brother. Some people might, but
Fair enough.
you know.
Fair enough. Everyone's different.
Like, there's that level of friendship, right? It's like, yeah, like, there's people who I'm friends with, but, like, it's a very surface level friendship. So it's like, you don't trust those people because it could develop into something more. And then there's the friends who are strictly friend zoned. And there's the friends who are so friend zoned that they are like family to you. There's different levels. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
No. I know what you're saying.
You know?
Just you would never.
There's certainly a situation where if I meet, like, a man and it's like, oh, I need a roommate, and it's like, okay, you know, like, temptation could happen, but I don't think that's, like, a man and a woman, both, you know, heterosexual. I don't think it's always going to lead to something. I think it really is a case-by-case basis. I do think in most cases there is temptation, like you guys said, but
I say play it safe. Have same-sex roommate.
I mean, hey, yeah, play it safe for sure.
And that's why every time when people look for roommates, if it's a girl, they say girl roommates.
I've
If it's
only
guy
dated one
roommates.
person with roommates, and he lived with 3 other men.
Yeah, guys usually.
And any girls who came over were like the guys' girlfriends, you know. So that was never a scenario for me. But yeah, if it was just like, oh yeah, I'm living with this random girl, I'd probably be like, huh? Like if it wasn't one of the guys' girlfriends, like yeah, for sure. That's very interesting.
I'm shocked. Okay.
You're what?
I'm just shocked you didn't hear about this.
Hear about what?
That people say like don't have because don't have opposite sex roommates.
I've never heard people say that explicitly, but like I obviously know that's kind of like a general rule in terms of temptation. And I also know for women, like we also tend to feel more comfortable with is if it's not someone we know, you don't want to live with a random guy because you don't want to be assaulted, like just to put it point blank, you know. But yeah, I don't know. All right. Before we wrap up, let me ask you guys a quick little question. Do you think that if you're in a relationship with someone and you break up, that you should return the gifts?
No.
Didn't we talk about this before?
I don't know. Maybe we did.
Should you return the gifts? No.
This was sparked by, I don't know if it was like an interview or something, but it was something that Sweetie had said.
But she said you should return the gifts?
Should not.
Oh, of course she's pissed off about that. She lost a
the
Bentley.
car, yeah.
Oh, he repoed it, right?
Bentley. No shit she's gonna say that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But no, but I don't think you should either.
No.
I think if it was like established that you were borrowing something, even if you had it in your house for a long time, if it wasn't actually given to you, give it back. But like gifts, no.
Not at all.
The only gift that I would give back is an engagement ring if we break up amicably. Like if it's like, you know what, we love each other but now's not the time, I'd give the ring back, because the ring to me is a promise of something. So if that
is not gonna happen no more,
right, if we get married then the ring is mine, but if we're just engaged, like I'd give you back the ring, but like all the gifts, no. But I think
Moissanite, boys, Moissanite.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
No. If a gift is given, like that's it.
I feel like you have to be real petty to try to take the gift back. And I'm looking at you because you always say you're petty.
I am petty.
But would you take the gifts back?
In secret, like if I gave you that water bottle, yeah. And one day,
where's my water?
Exactly. You don't know. I don't know where your water bottle is. I threw that shit in the garbage. That's what I did with it. I don't even want it.
Would I do that?
I kind of understand that, because like especially if the person
loves
wronged
it.
You. No, if they wronged you, you'd want to be like, you don't even want it back for you, but like you're just like, I don't want.
You're
you to
not
have
having it. Yeah.
I get that. I wouldn't do it though, just because I would try to like be the better person.
I'm not a big revenge person,
but I understand the temptation of pettiness.
I'm so petty. Yeah. I'm not an angry person. I'm such a petty person though.
What about you, Hugh?
What, take it back? Probably not.
He was like, I don't even want to see her face again. Why would I even go near her?
Thank you.
Hugh, I do have a question for you.
Oh, geez,
you crossed my mind earlier. I was eating some food.
Oh, no.
And
what were you eating?
I was having rice and stewed chicken.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to take a shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what would Hugh do?
I love how he's like the poop expert.
Yeah. And the reason why I said what would you do is because while I was eating, like I even took a break, the idea of taking a shit and then going back to eat, I was like, I feel disgusted. If it was like I didn't start eating and then I took a poop and then I went to go eat, fine. If it was let me go poop first, let me eat and then I'll poop after. But like in the middle, I couldn't. I was like, I need to go.
How much food was left?
Like I maybe ate half of it.
And there was half left?
Yeah. And I wasn't full.
I'd probably just finish it.
No, he said he had to go. Like he had to go.
Yeah. Really would you like poop and be like, forget the food? Or would you poop and just go back to the food? Like,
wash your fucking hands.
It's not about that. It's the idea.
No,
I went to go poop. I close the container, hid it from me. Like I can't.
Yeah, sometimes like
more
food
space.
And shit. Like you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's like people who like.
So don't
eat in the bathroom. It's like it's disgusting. Once it touches bathroom air,
yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I just think of it more space.
Okay, so poop.
Eat. No, I'd probably try to finish it.
Oh, you're trying to cram it in there really quick.
It's like, well, it's coming right back out. Obviously, it's not because that never isn't legit. But that's like dumb logic I tell myself. I'll just go back, more space.
Ew.
Because when I poop, I'm like, I lost some weight.
But I feel like now I didn't enjoy the food if I do it that way.
I still enjoy it.
Oh God.
I don't enjoy it if I take too long. What would make me want to put away the food is if it was like a 20-minute poop. Because I'm not on carnivore right now, so my poops aren't like so like they're longer now. So if it was like too long now, the food's cold and it's like then that's different. But like if it's like a and then it's like I'm done and go, I'm gonna go man. Go give us a fuck.
I'll try that next time. This time I put it away.
Cover the food so it's still warm.
I was so sad. I really wanted
you just gave it up?
Yeah, I was like, I can't do that. Like,
good.
Because all I'm thinking about is my poop after.
That's the problem. Stop thinking so much.
Can't.
I think the type of poop also defines your mood, because sometimes you have like those ghost poops.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, my asshole's clean. Like you wash your hands, you feel okay. It's like, yeah, let me get back to it.
Like, I'm the worst human ever. Am I even human at this point?
I've never had that kind of poop.
You haven't?
No, I've had a poop where I'm like, Jesus.
When I was younger, my biggest fear was that my poop would fill the toilet and like get to the top.
I've been close.
Ew, like soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
And like come back and touch your booty.
Yeah.
No, I've had those like, where is this burning chocolate milk coming out my ass?
Okay. All right.
So we are done
That's
for the
when you
day.
feel gross.
All right, Hugh.
Like,
You just. So here's the line, and like you're over there.
I'm always over there. What's fucking new?
You've like literally pitched a tent, live over there.
No, he's
set up
building
camp.
houses
I
now.
already
It's
have a
no
village,
longer.
man.
Yeah, it's no longer a tent.
Yeah.
Village of who? Just
Village
one?
of me and myself.
In different toilets.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, but thank you guys for listening. You can find us on our social media at This Square Room, Instagram, Twitter, all of your favorite platforms for listening to podcasts. You can find us on. And that's about that. Am I forgetting anything, guys?
No, Anonymous. I really like you. I do.
Yeah, man. Good.
I like
you
these
did
stories.
every guy's fantasy.
I like these stories.
Yeah, I'm not judging you, Anonymous. I promise. But like, yeah, I don't know.
You did what every guy thought about doing, bro. Congratulations. Just tap yourself on the shoulder. But keep that to the grave. Tell your one best friend, your safe friend that you know will never bring that up. And you guys can just laugh it out with each other. But take that shit to the
You
fucking
better hope that
grave.
shit doesn't come out like on a drunk night with
Yeah,
like
man.
the family.
Yeah.
Imagine Christmas.
Imagine her being just drunk and your girlfriend's around and she's just like,
Yeah, I hope it doesn't-
what, you don't want me no more? Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Anonymous. I'm so sorry. I won't speak it into existence. Let me stop.
Yeah, keep it taken to the grave.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
But I will say, if it does come out, it's not the worst thing. It's not unforgivable.
Everything in the
You
dark
need to be
comes to light.
forgiven for that. You didn't cheat it, so it's not to me you need to be
Oh,
forgiven.
I just meant like with the family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't make it come up with the family.
No, 'cause
because the
that's a
dad
divorce.
probably
Because we were talking
low-key
about
knew.
it like slipping out
No,
like
the
at Christmas
family?
or something. So I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
like it's not great, but it's not like
Yeah.
the parents aren't gonna like disown.
No,
Well,
yeah.
actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't know.
The
But
father
like,
low-key
it's not
knew.
unforgivable.
He low-key knew.
Because it's step. If it was
Yeah.
regular siblings,
It wouldn't even be a thought.
Oh, yikes. I wouldn't even want to know how to deal with that. Okay, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.